Ross Feingold is an Asia political risk analyst. He joins me now live from Taipei. Ross, great to see you. So this is the first time in the history of Taiwan a party has won 3 straight presidential elections. So certainly the DPP is doing something right.
Yeah, that's the important thing here. This was a democratic election, and the people have spoken. On the other hand, although Lai won 40% of the vote, 60% didn't vote for him. The opposition had 2 candidates, and the vote was split among the 2 of them, thus handing Mr. Lai a victory. But you know that's Taiwan's system. There's no second round. He doesn't have a requirement that he receive 50% of the vote. So we have a new president who won with 40% of the vote.
And what do you think this means for the future of the relationship between Taiwan and China?
It's going to continue to see a lot of tension. China wants the leader of Taiwan, whoever it is, to acknowledge something, a formula that's called the 92 consensus. And the DPP, the Democratic Progressive Party of current President Tsai Ing-wen, and the president-elect, William Lai Cheng, they don't recognize this so-called 92 consensus. And if they're not going to adhere to that, then China's not going to talk to them. And that's what we've had for the past 8 years, and we'll continue to have it now for the next 4 years.
And how do you think the United States plays into all of this? About an hour ago, Secretary Blinken tweeted, "We congratulate Dr. Lai Cheng on his victory in Taiwan's presidential election." He also said, "We also congratulate the Taiwanese people for participating in free and fair elections." How does this, what does this mean for the future of the relationship?
I think the United States actually, in my own opinion, prefers a Taiwan president who is tough on China. And Mr. Lai will be tough on China. His predecessors would have sought to have a better communication and better relations with China, and that's not what Mr. Lai's policy is going to be. And I think the United States prefers a Taiwan president who's tough on China. And we saw that when President Trump was in office, and there was a stronger relationship with Taiwan. And I think we'll see that continue under Biden and whoever is the next United States president.
Right, but this is what I wonder at this point. President Biden has said that they don't support the independence of Taiwan. So I wonder why Secretary Blinken just tweeted that they support the democratic process that is taking place in the country when the American president does not even support having an independent Taiwanese state.
Yeah, the position of the United States government, as you said, it's not to support the formal independence of Taiwan, but the United States obviously supports the status quo, which is basically an autonomous Taiwan that is not ruled by Beijing. And the United States is going to continue to strengthen the relationship with Taiwan, whether that's in trade or other types of exchanges, and also maintain Taiwan's autonomy. And the United States is going to continue to sell weapons to Taiwan. It's required to do so by domestic U.S. law. Really, the one thing we never know, unless it actually happens, is whether or not the U.S. would send troops to defend Taiwan if China were to attack. That one is really the big unknown.
Ross Feingold, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for talking to us here on TRT World. Really appreciate your taking out the time.